Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. This is episode 53, Turnabout Storytelling, The Trial. Hopefully you guys having a good one, and you're ready for more Ace Attorney. Today is going to be the continuation of Clown Girl and all the crazy shenanigans that go with that. So your first like goal is 100 likes, and I believe we're currently at 50, so you guys are doing pretty decent. So good job, everybody.
Yep, and great to see everyone here in the chat. Thank you so much to our newest members and ultimate members and subscribers. Really appreciate that, guys and gals. We had 50 gifted memberships yesterday, so if you got a gifted membership, probably it was from Alex, the Lone Ronin. So you can definitely enjoy that membership for a month and consider becoming a member when it expires. On your own, it's only $5 a month, the cost of a cup of coffee and a donut, and it will help keep your channel on the air that you enjoy watching, which is KwingsLetsPlays. So thank you for all your help, and of course our ultimates are doing the price of 20 gifted memberships for that month. Hi Game Wing, thank you so much for becoming an ultimate and for all your help. I really appreciate that, Game Wing. Thank you. It's fine. It's alright, Game Wing. No worries.
So we were on... Where were we again? Which one? This one? The Mood Matrix?
Storyteller, I think.
No, I know that.
Thank you for the super chat. Just Okinowi says, never thought I'd see the day where Blackwell would be in our corner. I know, right, Just Okinowi? Thank you for the super chat.
Alibi. I was on stage until just a few moments before I went into the dressing room. The entire audience was my witness. But my performance was a huge bust. Not a single soul laughed. I'll never be able to live down how terribly I bombed during that very important show. Yui Endo was on stage before he found the body, so he could not have committed the crime. It is time to let go, defense, and move on.
Well, get this, Prosecutor Sadmati. The Wright Anything Agency never gives up. We fight to the bitter end.
Allow me to say this once more. Let it go and move on.
And allow me to say once more, I'm never giving up.
Let it go and...
Never!
This is pointless. You should have taken advantage of this opportunity while you could, you foolish child. Your worthless convictions only serve to prolong the accused's suffering. If words will not sway you, then perhaps pain will.
Oh no, anything but this! Assault.
Technically, yeah.
Hey, come on! What's the big idea, Prosecutor Sadmati?
That was but a small taste of the punishment your misguided convictions has. Are you now a bit more inclined to give up as instructed?
As if?
In that case, you must require another dose.
Whoa!
Not likely. I don't give two flips about your beliefs, but if Sykes Dono were to submit to you here, I won't be able to eat good soba anymore.
That's right! For Mr. Wet's future and Prosecutor Blackwell's stomach, I will never give up!
You will rue those words, defense. Of that I can assure you. Cross-examination. I was on stage until just moments before I went into the dressing room.
Hold it! How can we be sure it was you who was on that stage?
Are you asking whether it could have been some imposter?
I guess so.
Unlike the big arena, the Rakago Theater is cozy little place. It would be hard to fool an audience in such an intimate setting, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Good. I'm glad we cleared that up, because I guess you could say the entire audience was my witness.
Hold it! Was there anything special about the stage or your performance that you can tell me? For example, were the lights dimmer than usual? Were there any problems or accidents that happened?
Not a thing. Everything was the same as always. My Mr. Prosecutor, you questioned the audience, did you not? Yes, of course. Apparently nothing seemed amiss to them except, well, one small thing.
One small thing?
Oh, it's so embarrassing! I tried my best, really, I did! But my performance was a huge bust.
Hold it! Do you have any idea what went wrong?
I'm not sure it was my performance or if it was just that particular audience. Or maybe it was the story I picked. But every entertainer knows that this kind of thing happens from time to time.
I guess that makes sense. Still, I wonder how he could have flopped at his own commemorative show. Maybe I should dig into things a little bit. Well, I mean, I don't think the number of audience members matters because it's a small audience. Maybe we should ask him about his performance if he remembers it. He said his performance was terrible. So what did he perform, maybe? I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? What he performed or the audience members?
We can do what he performed.
What he performed, says PJ. What he performed, says Broads. Yep, and hope you guys are having a great day. Great to see everyone in the chat. And hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. And thanks for hanging out, everyone. Could you tell me which Rakugo story that you performed, Mr. Uendo?
I could, but I'm not sure if it would mean anything to the uninitiated.
Well, even if I might not get it, can't you at least try me then?
Alright, if you insist. The story I performed is called, Toki Sobo, otherwise known as Time Soba.
Time Soba, huh? Maybe Uendo's right. He only said the name of the routine and I'm already lost.
Ah, so you performed Time Soba, did you?
What? You know it, Prosecutor Sadmani?
In the course of my studies last night, I became familiar with a number of stories. I must say, Defense, you should do well to prepare better for your next trial.
Simon, what's Time Soba about?
Look it up yourself. Allow me to give you an overview. The story takes place on a winter's night. A man orders a bowl of soba at a street stall. How are you doing, sir? What can I do for you? I see you've got a seaweed-topped, hammocky.
I'll have a bowl of shipoku, my good man. What? Oh, that's him.
There's nothing in a hot bowl of noodles. You know it, sir. Our shippuko coming right up. So how's business? Not so great.
He's reciting the whole thing!
Is that so? Well, that's great, because things only can get better from here, right? Mr. Prosecutor!
He memorized the play?
The customer talks on and on like this. Finally, when he is done eating, he goes to pay for his soba. So how much do I owe you? That'll be 16 mon. I see. Sorry, but I only have a small change on me. I will count the coins into your palm, so could you hold your hand out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, what time is it? It's 9, sir. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Thanks and bye. Ha ha ha! Very well done, prosecutor. That was excellent.
Huh? I don't get it. What was funny about that?
Don't you see? The customer paid with coins, counting them out one by one. Then just after counting 8, he asked about the time. And the soba vendor answered with 9.
Oh, now I get it. He made the vendor say 9, and then he continued counting from 10.
Exactly. He cheated the soba vendor out of 1 mon with his smooth talking. The story continues with another man who saw the whole thing and tries to do the same. But he bungles the trick and ends up paying more than 16 mon for his soba. The story needs... the story ends on that as a punchline. You can look up the rest of the details yourself. Or I'm sure Prosecutor Sadmonk over there would love to perform it for you after court.
So basically, it's a story about a man cheating on his soba bill. That's kind of petty, isn't it?
That's the point. Huh. Is that really all you have to say about this classic story? Time soba is such well-known staple of Rakugo that the skill...
Objection!
Fine. I see you studied. But we haven't had the time for the lecture detour right now, sad monk. Yes, I wanted to get a little more, but I suppose it's off topic.
Wow.
Getting back to the matter at hand, Miss Sykes, the witness stated that the story I performed is called Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Would you like to add this statement to his testimony?
Should I have that statement added to the testimony? I think so. Because what if he doesn't remember doing it or something? Because he said, I don't know, he said his performance was terrible. Oh wait, no, he just did say he remembered doing it. Maybe one of his personalities doesn't remember doing it or something, I don't know. I think we should have it added.
Okay, I'm writing it. Have it added.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to have it added to the testimony, please.
Very well. It's added now.
Awesome.
The story I performed is called Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba.
Hold it! The story where a man cheats on his soba bill, right? Why do you think it didn't go over so well then, Mr. Uendo?
Well, I suppose I was a little nervous. It's a lot of pressure when the star of when you're the star of such an important show, you know.
You? Nervous? I thought you'd be all calm and collected, but I guess even you can get stage fright, huh?
I wanted so badly to live up to the great name of Uendo that I inherited, that I guess I overperformed a little this time.
Wait, Uendo was the stage name of a former member of the Tornado School, right?
That's right. The name belonged to one of the Shisho's former disciples who died of illness at a young age.
With the weight of a new name like that to carry on your shoulders, I can see why you were feeling the heat, just like me. I'm carrying the weight of my entire agency on my shoulders right now.
In that case, I can count on your sympathy and have you go a little easier on me?
With the audience as his witness, Uendo has a pretty unshakable alibi, doesn't he?
You're not giving up, are you? What's that never say die spirit you displayed earlier?
Of course I'm not giving up, Simon. I just know Uendo has something to do with this case, you know?
But how will you connect him to the crime when he has an alibi as strong as that?
I don't know yet, but I'm gonna press his testimony and keep an eye out for contradictions. Alright, so he's doing his testimony again.
Yeah.
So why don't we look in the court record? He said he was he was performing something called Toki Soba, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay if we look in the court record and see what does it say is performing? Do we have like a program from the thing? Invitation. Tornado show. Yeah, can we look at that or no? The details of that was to perform his time soba.
It says time soba right there.
It says the letter contains a simple greeting or a rundown of the show's program. Gabriel was to perform her balloon act. Uendo was to do his soba glutton routine, and Master Tornado was going to perform time soba.
Oh.
So actually, Uendo was actually going to do soba glutton. He was going to do a different one.
Okay.
I think we should try presenting that on the one where he said he did time soba, and ask him why he didn't do he did the one the other guy was gonna do. Well, this guy kind of rubs me the wrong way. He's so like he can't stop acting even while he's on stage, or even when he's in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
The story I performed is called Toki Soba, time soba. I think we should present that.
So you want to present
the invitation?
The invitation that says he did a different show.
Yeah.
Presenting invite.
Sorry, I don't...
Objection!
There you go, Amber.
Oh, Uendo! Isn't there something odd about the routine that you performed?
Odd? No, I do not think there's anything odd about it.
But that's exactly what I find odd. The fact that you don't think that this is odd.
Objection!
We are discussing the witness's alibi at the moment of defense. The show's program is completely irrelevant.
Objection!
Objection! That's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Saad Mahdi. The reason being, it contradicts the statement the witness just made. Uendo, do you know what this is?
No, what is it?
This is an invitation to the show, sent from Master Tornado to Prosecutor Blackwell. Included in the invitation is a rundown of the show's program, which clearly states... The time soba was to be performed by Master Tornado himself!
Ooh! No!
Uendo! Why did you perform the routine your master was scheduled to do?
Well, you see, the reason for that is...
Uh-huh. Because you knew he was gonna die?
How do I say this, you see? Let us say it was a, prank? That is right! It was just a little joke, you see. Hee!
How was it a joke if nobody else even knew it was a joke?
I was trying to surprise, Shishiro by performing his routine before he did!
Wouldn't that just make him mad?
I mean, that's the idea of a prank.
I don't know if I buy that. Was doing the victim's routine really just for laughs, or... Hey, didn't Simon happen to hear the time soba coming from the dressing room? During Uendo's performance on stage, it seemed too much of a coincidence. Wait, can it be?
What's the matter? You look like a hen with a dozen eggs to lay.
Stop comparing me to birds, Simon!
Huh. Then cease this burr-brained timidity. Timidity. If something has occurred to you, then lay it out for the rest of us already. Don't breed resentment in those watching your performance.
Okay. I don't have a ton of confidence in this theory, but here goes. It looks like Uendo's alibi checks out, Your Honor, but even though he was on stage at the time, he may have been trying to obfuscate a crucial detail about this case.
Are you referring to the soba bill the man tried to skimp out on in the witness story?
I am talking about the Rakugo story, Your Honor!
No.
I'm not talking about the Rakugo story, Your Honor!
Oh, I'm sorry, but then what are you talking about, Miss Sykes?
What Uendo may have been trying to deceive us about was...
might have been trying. Cause of the victim's death, time of the victim's death, what the victim was to perform.
Well, I mean, the only way that he could have had an alibi, he said he was doing his show at a certain time, and that was the time of the victim's death. So that's what keeps him from going to jail. So that the time is what is preventing him from going to jail. So I would say, personally, I think like he would want to change the time of the victim's death. Maybe people perceive the victim as dying at a different time. Like he must have killed him. He must have killed him before his performance.
So he killed him before the performance, is what you're thinking?
I think so. I don't know what the chat thinks, but he must have killed him before the performance and made it so people would have to have discovered the body like later. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion.
Time of death.
Yeah, the time of death, I think. Because otherwise, why would he have an alibi saying he was there at the specific time? I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. Uendo tried to deceive us about the time of the victim's death.
What?
Eek! Objection.
What gibberish! Prosecutor Blackwell even testified to the time of the victim's death.
I know, but he only testified that way because he and Geru had been completely taken in.
You mean by the sober bill thing?
Would you please forget about the story for a second, Your Honor?
I was just... I was deceived.
Pray tell, how did Uendo manage to deceive two people while he was performing on stage?
That's easy. All he had to do was use a certain prop in the dressing room.
Oh, and what might this prop have been?
The prop Uendo used was...
I have no idea.
something that was changed or moved later.
The TV?
Maybe.
Why would he be using a TV on stage?
No, they used a prop in the dressing room. Let's see.
I don't know.
Oh, let's see. Well, actually...
We did do the TV yesterday, but...
We moved the TV yesterday. It could be... Remember, Luke? They said they heard him in the dressing room when his master was on stage. So they thought... So the only way that he could... Okay, he made people believe that he was in the dressing room rehearsing and that his master was on stage performing. Or the other way around, that his master was rehearsing and he was performing. He was making it look like someone was performing and someone else was rehearsing, but in reality, maybe the person performing, it was going through the TV and being like you could hear voices in the room through the TV.
Okay.
I guess we'll try the TV because of that. I don't know. This TV was used to view what was happening on the stage. Prosecutor Blackwell, when you came to the dressing room, what was Uendo doing?
He was performing time silver. Blast, could it be?
Yes, it could, and it was. What you and Geru heard was not the Master Tornado practicing his routine. It was Uendo's performance as heard through his TV monitor speakers. Wow, maybe that's...
Nani?
Well, maybe that's why he sounded bad, because he was pretending to be the master performing it. So they would think it was the master. He was doing like a voice of his master? I don't know. With the TV just inside the inner door of the dressing room, it could easily be heard from the hallway outside.
And it's because we knew that Master Tornado was scheduled to perform Time Silva. we were easily manipulated into thinking he was still alive at the time of rehearsing.
Yes, your knowledge of the day's program is why the two of you could be fooled that way. Simon, did the voice you hear belong to Master Tornado?
Huh. The door's in the way. I couldn't tell exactly who the voice belonged to. But because I heard Time Silva, I just assumed it was Master Tornado. Oh, I can't believe I was taken in by such a simple mind game.
Seems like complex to me.
All that is mere conjecture. Where is your proof, defense?
Objection! Uendo moved the TV back when he discovered the body. After all, he couldn't very well leave it by the door, after all. Because then someone might figure out the trick he was playing! That's why he moved the TV. And there's one more thing about Uendo's actions that were suspicious.
What?
And what was that? I'm completely lost.
I will tell you, Judge. The fact that he flopped so badly on such an important switch.
What was so suspicious about that? Even pros slip up once in a while, you know.
But I believe that this time, it was intentional. Because Uendo knew it'd be strange to hear laughter coming from the dressing room.
Oh my.
Yipes! It's all just a bit too perfect to be sheer coincidence. Oh! I know what they're saying. He purposely made his performance bad so no audience would cheer or laugh for him. That way you couldn't hear the audience. He purposely made his performance so bad that everyone just stared at him in the audience because it was so bad. So you wouldn't hear the audience from the dressing room. Plus, if the voice Prosecutor Blackwell and Giru heard was due to Uendo's scheming, then the victim's time of death could have been earlier than 4 p.m. In other words, Uendo could have killed Master Tornado himself.
Woo! We've got you by the stones now, Uendo, so you'd better confess.
Interesting.
This is complex.
Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? Well, especially for just waking up, it's very, yeah.
We demand an explanation! Uendo!
Yeah. I confess. I tampered with the crime scene.
You tampered with the crime scene.
He looks very comfortable on all those cushions.
Is it the defense's claim that Uendo Tornado is the true murderer in this case?
If he tampered with the crime scene, then we have to at least consider him a suspect.
Now, just one moment. Yes, I admit to messing with the dressing room, but I didn't kill, Shishio. Shisho.
Yeah.
Something.
Then why did you tamper with the crime scene?
I refuse to answer that question.
What?
If you suspect this witness, then I have a question for you.
What could it be this time?
Uendo had absolutely no reason to murder Taifu Tornado. After all, why would Uendo kill the man who recognized his skills and promoted him?
Oh, well, his motive was, I can't even think of a single thing.
It appears you are also not aware of one other fact.
And that is?
The fact that the accused visited the dressing room before 4 p.m. as well. Is it not natural, then, to suppose that the accused killed the victim at that time?
What? And nobody told me that Mr. Wet had also gone there before 4 p.m.?
We were only discussing the time frame after 4 p.m., so I didn't think to mention it. But now that you have made the time period before 4 p.m. relevant...
Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going.
Oh, yes. So you really do not know what your client was doing during that time frame, do you?
Maybe he was sleeping it off?
No.
Well, it was all very sudden and why did you wait until the very last second to contact me, Simon?
Don't give me that look. And just so you know, Bucky never told me he had visited before 4 p.m. either.
Ah! This sort of thing is exactly why that prosecutor keeps calling us unprepared!
The defense will stop squabbling this instant.
Eek! Sorry, Your Honor.
Prosecutor, please continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Defense, you know of the soba-making implements in the dressing room, correct?
Is he talking about the equipment for making soba noodles?
Yes.
Oh.
You speak of that large bowl that's used to mix buckwheat flour and water. The long rolling pin and the special knives that are used to cut through the dough in the noodles. Precisely. These tools all come from the accused soba shop.
You mean they didn't belong to Master Tornado?
Mr. Wet had visited the dressing room to give the victim a soba-making lesson, and that visit was before 4 p.m. I'm afraid that after the accused kneaded the dough and made those noodles... Yes? He committed the act of murder.
But wait! That doesn't add up! If Mr. Wet killed the victim before 4 p.m., why would he return to that room at a later time, then? Huh? Uh-oh, Mr. Sleepyhead.
What soba you're kidding, caboodle, when it comes to noodles?
Oh my!
Hiya, Miss Chickadee. Hiya, Simey. The reason I went in to cause Mr. Tornado order uncooked noodles.
Mr. Wet? Mr. Wet!
Okay. Yesterday, I brought a noodle-making toolish to the dressing room at 2 p.m. That's when Master Tornado ordered uncooked soba noodles stock up on.
Uncooked noodles to stock up on?
Yes, ma'am. Master Tornado kept a supply of soba noodles from my shop in his fridge. Whoa!
Well, be careful, Mr. Wet. Mr. Wet?
He only had one serving left, so I went back to my shop to get more.
One serving of noodles in the fridge, but I thought the fridge was practically empty. Anyway, the whereabouts of the missing noodles isn't all that important now.
You ran into me and Garu when you came back to deliver the uncooked soba noodles, correct?
That's right, Simey. I made it out on my busy day to deliver him the noodles. And you know what? He ignored me when I called to him from the inner doorway. He just kept mumbling Reiku lines or whatever. So I got mad and went back to my shop.
Oh, he never entered. So that's why you got mad then. If what he's saying is true, then there's no way he could be the murderer.
I swear, I'm telling the truth. Miss Chickadee,
Oh, Mr. What?
Bailiff, quick! Get this man to the infirmary!
Oh, wow.
Bleh.
Gross. Gross.
Great. Bailiff, make sure you get a mop and some disinfectant. I don't want the rest of us to get sick after seeing that man toss his cookies. Well, I dare say he's quite the handful.
Your Honor! Please accept the statements Mr. Wet made just now into evidence.
Objection. I believe the accused's statement about going to the room around 2 p.m. is true, for it falls within the victim's estimated time of death.
That opens up the possibility that the crime was committed between 2 and 4 p.m. That's some critical information.
Yes, Your Honor. But other than that one point, Mr. Wet's statements are dubious and without proof.
Objection. But they are the words of the defendant himself. Simon, back me up here.
He has a point. If I were the prosecutor, I wouldn't accept them either.
Well, I understand the defense's feelings on the matter. This court is unable to accept anything other than the time the defendant made his visit.
Now what do I do?
I trust you have no further objections, defense. At last, the time has come to send the soul of the victim onward to the Twilight Realm.
Silence!
Ah!
What are you yammering about, Prosecutor Sadmonk? We still have something we need to question Uendo about.
We do? Like what?
Well, don't just stand there.
Huh? But we don't have any evidence left to present, Simon!
Have you forgotten already? Isn't there still a hidden witness you have yet to question?
A hidden witness? Oh, that's right. Your Honor, there is still one more issue we haven't finished discussing yet.
Oh? And what is this bit of unfinished business?
We haven't finished discussing this issue related to Uendo. Well, I would say we haven't talked to his fourth personality.
How do we talk to his fourth personality?
I don't know. I mean, it's all we have left because we already talked to him about his alibi. He won't budge on that. He already told us the Time Soba story, and I don't want to hear that again because what's-his-name is going to recite the whole thing again. The only thing we haven't talked to him about is Owen. But, I mean, I wish we could actually talk to his fourth personality. But that would be freaky, actually. But, of course, apparently we've been listening to 3 of his personalities this whole time.
Alright, we'll choose the Owen thing. Owen going once, Owen going twice.
Sold.
Sold for Owen.
We still have to discuss the possibility of a fourth personality. The one named Owen.
Are you suggesting that this fourth personality of Uendo's might be the true culprit?
Geez, not that again. I told you, we don't know anything about this, Owen.
Look, Uendo and your weird other personalities, I know you don't have any motive to kill your master, but this Owen may have one for all we know. We need to find out.
Come clean, Uendo. You've got another personality stashed away, haven't you?
Please tell us everything you know about Owen.
That's enough. The witness has already stated he knows not of any Owen character. Bravo! You tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Hee! Quiet. Patches. If you claim you don't know Owen, then you really do. That's a tantamount to perjury. If you want to exercise your right to remain silent, however, well, that's a different story. Do not listen to the depraved prosecutor, witness, as you will be tainted with his evil. Do you have any idea how dark and cold a prison cell is? I exercise my right to remain silent! What's this now? Changing horses? In midstream, are you? Shut up! I will remain silent, that is that!
Patches, you fool! Stay out of this!
Simon's having fun.
Huh, Patches is not the brightest bulb in that box you call a noggin, is he? The fact is he switched from I don't know any Owen till I'll remain silent. It's proof that he does know about Owen.
There it is again! Simon's formidable psychological manipulation tactic. I'm glad he's on my side today.
Stop this. You dirty, despicable, depraved prosecutor. You were leading the witness. Witness, there is no need for you to submit yourself to the defense's questioning.
Objection! Your Honor, Uendo is definitely hiding something. Please allow me to question this witness about the existence of Owen.
I suppose only this witness can confirm or deny the existence of Owen for us. Right, very well. We'll allow the defense to proceed.
Surprise!
Polkunka yourself! Said Maddie.
Alright, so this is about Owen.
Thank you for doing the newsletter, Loki.
I don't know why I'm so out of it.
I don't know. Okay, so we got Freedom Planet, and then
Spider-Man. No Final Fantasy today.
Why can't I see the Spider-Man listed?
Oh, because it's on private. It's unlisted until.
Oh, okay. You don't have to. You don't have to list it. You don't have to do it now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Anywhere.
Sorry. So Spider-Man today.
Hmm.
I understand.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at. See, we did Bermuda.
Who's that guy?
You don't remember in The Sword and the Stone?
Nope.
Where he goes to Bermuda and he goes on vacation?
Nope.
Merlin. Did you watch The Sword and the Stone?
Like, I watched The Sword of the Stone once, like...
Once? I've watched it like 5 times, if not 10. If not 20. I love that movie.
I watched The Sword of the Stone like 25, 30 years ago.
Alright, we need to watch it again. I want to watch it with you.
You want to watch it
We're
again?
making a date of it.
Okay.
We have to sing the song up and down.
No song.
That's what makes the world go around.
No song.
What?
Copyright Disney. You don't stop.
That's because I like the song. It's so cute.
Okay, that's great, but there's no relevance.
I can't believe you only watched that movie one time.
I didn't watch stuff all the time. I was a gamer. Like, after I was like the age of 10, I didn't really watch a lot of TV all that much. I played video games. Like, I would watch TV early in the morning on Saturday, and I would watch 1 or 2 shows in the afternoon when I got home from school, either Power Rangers or Batman the Animated Series. That was it. Like, I was really into gaming. Gaming was my entertainment, really. And also, I wasn't allowed to watch that much TV as a kid, so I had to pick and choose, like, how many hours I watched TV. So, you know...
But then how did you know what his voice sounded like, Merlin's voice? You knew exactly what his voice sounded like from the movie. That you could mimic it perfectly. You've only watched it one time?
Because I can remember certain characters if they left a lasting impression on me.
Yeah, he had a great voice.
Because I did like cartoons. So...
I want to open some popcorn. I don't have any. Sorry to hear that, Game Wing. Aw.
I never met any personality... I've never met any personality named Owen. And Patches was just blurting out nonsense in a panic. We're always aware, so we definitely notice if a personality like that showed up. How dare you treat me like a criminal based on mere conjecture?
J-Dog says he's never seen it.
Sword of the Stone is a great movie, but I haven't seen it in a long time. Last time I saw it, I was like probably 10 or 11, maybe 12 at the most.
And it has Archimedes the owl.
I don't remember the owl. I just remember how Merlin sounded.
You don't remember the little owl people named Archimedes?
Also, if I remember correctly, Merlin showed up in the Disney's House of Mouse, which was a club owned by Mickey Mouse and his friends that was a late 90s, early 2000s show. So, and, you know, he always sounded like John Cleese a little bit.
I love that movie. It's so good. All right, everybody, you guys, if you haven't seen it, you guys should watch it on Disney Plus.
Okay.
It's really fun.
Let's focus on
Wow, how am I supposed to deal with the testimony of 3 personalities?
Wait, you've been watching our Disney Plus thing or no?
What? No, I'm just
Oh.
saying. People said earlier on my last stream, people said it was on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Did you already do your line?
Wow, how am I supposed to deal with the testimonies of 3 personalities?
Unless you can prove the existence of Owen, it's all over. You'd best screw your courage to the sticking place and attack their testimony head on.
All right, Simon, I will. Just stop piling the pressure on me. I have to draw out some info, anything to drag Owen out into the open. Someone's an orange cat snuggling on Luke.
Just like in reality, I've only seen American Tail and Fievel's Goes West once, but I can still remember the premise of both movies.
I like American Tail. Wait, there were 2 different Fievel Goes West.
There were 2 of them.
Fievel and American Tail, Fievel and...
American Tail is first.
Okay.
And then American Tail, Fievel
First,
Goes West.
He immigrates to America in the American Tail, and then the next one he goes west.
Right.
I need to watch those again.
There was no third movie that I know of. I've never met any personality named Owen.
Met? Huh? Is that how you experienced each other? Like people meeting on the street?
Well, it's more like the 3 of us are always here. And the personality that's most suited to the moment is the one that comes out.
So, when you're out, you endo, what are the other 2 doing then?
Well, we never know when our turn will come, right? So we stand by and listen.
So that means all 3 of you share the same memories.
I never really thought about it, but I guess that's right.
Okay, I see. Thank you. Please continue then.
I'm so confused. Patches was just blurting out nonsense.
Hold it! Patches, can I have a sword with you? I mean, darn it, sword and that stone on my mind. Can I have a word with you, please, sir?
Hee hee! Why, hello, you rang?
You said at first that you didn't know anyone named Owen, Patches. But you exercised your right to remain silent. Were you afraid of committing perjury?
Well, you see... I'll take over from here if you don't mind. Listen, I hate to say it, but Patches is about as smart as a sack of rocks. If you grill him with a bunch of high-faulting words, he's going to want to keep silent.
I see. So, looking after loose-tongued Patches is your role, is it, Ms. Kisagawa? Is that correct?
Well, I don't know about that, but anyway... I do know that Patches was just flustered, and that's why he decided to remain silent. Okay. We're always aware, so we definitely notice if personality like that just showed up.
Wow.
This is so weird.
Hold it! But what if for some reason you 3 were unconscious at the time of the incident then?
Huh?
If the 3 of you weren't alert and aware, what would have happened?
What would happen? I'm not even sure what you mean.
I mean, you 3 share the same memories, correct? But what if Owen is different? What if he has memories separate from yours? Maybe Owen emerges when the 3 of you are unaware or unconscious. Sleeping.
Interesting.
Instead of speaking as if this forced personality is a foregone conclusion, I suggest you prove his existence first.
Well, if we've already seen 3 personalities, a 4th wouldn't be a stretch. Just knock him out with a frying pan and then see who comes out of that.
You dishonor the victim and this court by jumping to such conclusions without proof.
Have you ever heard these old sayings, Prosecutor Sadmati? What happens twice will happen thrice. If you see 1, there are likely 30 in your home. I'm basing my theory on such a premise.
Comparing us to cockroaches, do we bug you that much, girlie?
But how do we intend to prove it? How will you provide that all 3 personalities become unconscious, as you say? Unless you can do that, all of this talk is merely empty speculation.
Well,
Don't be so timid. If you don't have it, then find it. Look for something that could render Uendo and the others unconscious.
Simon's right. I can't back down now. For my client, Mr. Wet, I have to. Wait, Mr. Wet.
Let me refresh the wasabi. If I were a lump of regular flour, dough, noodles.
What, Mr. Wet?
But I'm fresh like soba, and you don't forget, let soba do rest. So all about the 3 freshes.
I can't even understand you.
Ryan the buckwheat seeds fresh cut dough frost.
Sir, there's a bathroom around the corner, sir.
Oh, this stain's never gonna come out of my jacket. He's blacked out.
Mr. Wet, falling unconscious. Wait a minute, I think I've got it.
The Sykes,
Maybe he drank.
you have proof to back up your theory?
Yes?
Select yes.
I think, yeah, he had to have been drunk. If he was drunk, he could have passed out, and then his other personality could have happened. Who knows?
Give this man alcohol.
Yes, Your Honor! Let's throw some alcohol down his throat and see if he goes unconscious. Your Honor, the proof is right here in this crime photo.
It is? I don't see anything. In that case, please point out for the rest of the class.
This most likely is what caused Uendo to lose consciousness. The bottle of alcohol, sake, or whatever it is, wine. This is probably what made Uendo lose consciousness, sir.
Yes, the sake. It isn't just like Master Tornado to pick up a fine brand like Camel.
Sake? Oh, you mean rice wine?
Oh, please, don't call it rice wine. That's so unsophisticated. It's not even wine. Silly girl.
I must agree. You need to become more cultured, Athena.
What? Tomato. It's made of rice and people get drunk from drinking it, right? Isn't that right, Simon? Come on.
It's called sake. End of story.
Fine. Sake it is then.
Linky, what are you doing, buddy?
She's being cute.
He is adorable.
Someone has orange fur on their body.
Well, yeah, he's an orange cat. Why wouldn't he have orange fur?
Someone has ears and a tail and
Okay, alright. Read your line.
Link is cute.
Link is cute is not your line.
Fine. Sake it is then. Ay caramba. Everyone is so touchy about these things.
I recall Master Tornado would often have a drink or two before performing. He said he made it more equivalent. Oh, darn it. Said it made it more eloquent. Drinking too much of that stuff can make one lose consciousness, though of course.
And look, there were 2 glasses on the table. Yuendo, I believe your master offered you some he offered you some sake, didn't he? And then you must have drank too much and passed out, didn't you? And that's when your 4th personality, Owen, emerged.
I drank sake. Oh, that's a good one.
We have a real sweet tooth, but you see... So yes, we did accept a sugary red bean bun, but since we really dislike sake, we said no, thank you to that. Believe it or not, we're really weak when it comes to booze. Hee. Even a tiny drop can knock us right out. So you see, I had a sweet manja bun, and I didn't drink any sake.
What? But that can't be right. The defense demands that the glasses be examined right away.
You're amateur. Did you really think I had not already done so? Your foolishness is beyond the pale.
Don't tell me...
There was no trace of the witness having touched either the glasses naturally.
Right. Of course.
Miss Sykes, would you like the witness's statement added to this testimony?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Very well. Then we'll add it to the testimony. You may continue, young man. And other people who's dwelling inside the head of the young man.
I had a sweet bun, but I didn't drink any sake.
So, if you had even a tiny sip of sake, you would have conked right out. Is that correct? That's why you didn't touch the glass that Master Tornado offered, correct?
Yes, that is right.
Then maybe you ate something that had sake as an ingredient, perhaps.
I don't recall doing anything like that.
He doesn't recall doing it. That doesn't necessarily mean he didn't. He might not have known that he did. Yeah, it could have had it in it if you didn't know it. I'd better take another good look at the evidence.
So he didn't drink any of the sake, huh?
Oh boy, now we're in trouble.
That kind of answer is exactly why Sadmonk keeps insulting you. Now use your head. There are countless ways Yuendo could have gotten sake into his mouth, besides drinking it.
Well, I don't know about the countless part, but...
But nothing. Give it some thought, and you'll figure something out.
So the witness must have had something that contained sake.
Candy, maybe?
Is there anything in the court record that hints at something like that?
Okay, so I think we need to present like some type of like alcohol candy or something. Which there is sake candy in Japan. It's a real thing. So what statement you want to try? What do you want to try, little one?
Can we look at the evidence and see what's going on with the evidence? I don't know. I can't tell what to present it on when I don't even know.
Yep, you should talk while you think.
Okay, Typhus note, the thought to have been written by the victim before he died.
Yeah, that's not gonna help.
I can't examine it.
Nope.
Card to cards.
Nope.
Simon's statement.
I don't think Simon's statement's gonna help. Do you have a picture?
Invitation when Soba deed. Tafu's autopsy report.
Nope.
Contains crime scene. There are 2 drink cans in the fridge. 2 drink cans in the fridge. Victim was making soba noodles. The TV can be used to monitor the stage. There's those little, there's like little, look at this. Whoops.
I'm trying to look at you.
Look at this. There's something there that looks like food down there. Look at somebody ate part of a meat bun or a
There's a
bean paste bun.
camel wrapping thing down there. So you're saying that the sake is inside of the meat buns?
Maybe because look, it has the same label on it.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we could. Maybe it was sake, bean paste buns.
Do you have another picture to go by?
Let's see. Well, this is part of the. This is the bean paste bun wrapper right here that he wrote on. It has the camel.
Yeah, but do you have more? Do you have any other photos?
No, I think I'm gonna present this.
Save before you do.
Well, how do I save? I don't even know how to save. I'm sorry, I don't know how to save, and I don't know what to present it on.
Oh. Can't save.
Oh, what are we? I never met any personality like Owen. That's not the correct statement to present it on. Okay, there. So we're gonna present that wrapper. Whoops. This shows what most likely made Uendo lose consciousness, Your Honor.
Okay.
That note, are you feeling lightheaded, child? Or perhaps a bit peckish?
I am not hungry, and my head feels just fine, thank you very much. Look at the paper this note is written on. Isn't there something familiar about it?
What exactly is your point, Defense?
This faint design here reminds me of paper from...
Yup, it's a piece of wrapping paper on the box of the manju buns by the victim on the floor.
Okay.
Uendo, you may have not drunk any sake, but you did eat a sweet red bean bun, correct?
Well, yes, that's right.
I don't know if you are aware or not, Uendo, but I believe the manju you ate caused you to fall unconscious.
The bean bun? But how?
Because, Your Honor, those buns contain a secret ingredient.
Do they now? I may have to buy these bean pastes.
No, you're on the clock, Your Honor. A very punchy secret ingredient at that.
You have no idea what I'm drinking, my thermos, so there. Ha!
You better be drinking water, sir.
It's got quite a kick. A punchy secret ingredient, you say?
Yes, Your Honor. And no drinking on the job. The design on the wrapping paper matches that of something else in this room.
It does now.
Yes, it does. The design on this object matches that of the manju box's wrapping paper. And the object is this bottle of...
Take that!
Oops.
The design matches the design on itself.
Sorry, I'm a little out of it.
Considering it's part of the same packages, that is hardly surprising. Now, why don't you tell us what this secret ingredient you speak of is?
That, Prosecutor Sadmani, is a secret!
Miss Sykes, are you even taking this seriously?
I am, Your Honor. I don't know what happened just then. I promise to do better next time, I hope. Again, the design on this bottle, on the object of this bun, matches that of another object in this room.
bottle.
And it's not itself. We have to pick a different object, Your Honor.
Take that!
The camel pattern, it's the same as the one on the camel brand sake.
That is correct. And it's also the same as itself.
Camel sake. Okay.
So just as Uendo said, he didn't drink any sake per se.
But he did eat some.
Impossible.
Uendo had a Camel brand red bean bun, which boasts a nice shot of sake as one of its ingredients.
So the defense is claiming that Uendo passed out after consuming a camel sweet bun, which allowed a fourth personality named Owen to emerge. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct. That's exactly what I'm claiming. Woo!
There's one thing that bothers me. Wouldn't the alcoholic content of the buns evaporate as they're being steamed?
In order to give them a stronger flavor, some buns are specifically made to retain as much of the alcoholic content as possible.
What kind of lightweight do you think I am? Even I wouldn't pass out from eating a simple bun.
Then, how about we test that theory? What do you say, Your Honor?
Seeing is believing, as they say. Very well, I will allow a test.
Thanks, Your Honor. Simon, go buy us some camel manju on the double, please. Don't forget to get me one too, okay?
Why must I?
And while you're at it, Prosecutor Blackwell, you will get one for me as well.
Oh my gosh.
Not the courthouse stable boy, you know. I'll send my hawk, but just this once, I'll ask Taka. I'm counting on you.
He's not even getting it.
And all of you had better pay me back later.
But I thought it would be a treat, Prosecutor. What a shame.
Oh my gosh.
Now then, let us adjourn until the manju arrive by the carrier hawk. Court will reconvene as soon as Taka returns.
Yay, Taka the bird.
Alright, I need some brisk.
I'm gonna get you some brisk.
I'm gonna go get it. And we're gonna go save. Okay, we saved. One sec. Entertain the chat real quick. I'm gonna go get some brisk.
Alright, and at some point, honey, I'm gonna have to put out the soup in the fridge. What?
Okay.
What's the matter?
Well, yeah, I'll go get my brisk.
What's the matter?
Oops.
I mean, it depends on how long we're streaming, but I will have to put it in the fridge at some point.
Is this the right one? Yes. Okay, here we go. Yep.
May 13th, District Court, Courtroom number 4.
Oh, there's Taka. Now the sweet buns have arrived. This court is back in session.
Go on, Uendo, eat them up.
Yeah. Nice flavor. You can really taste the sake. That was delicious.
Yes, a unique sweetness and faint aroma of sake. Yet I hardly think that anyone could pass out from eating something like this. What's the matter, Uendo? Not afraid of a tiny bun, are you?
Are you scared of the many calories it has, or what?
Don't be ridiculous. A sweet little snack like this couldn't possibly, I mean, it could never. Less bleeding, more eating, witness. Fine. Whatever.
They're forcing him to eat it.
Yep. See? I told you it don't affect me in the slightest.
Oh, wow.
We might be a lightweight, but come on, nobody's that light. Seriously, nobody gets drunk with one bun.
And he's out. Uh-oh. It's Owen. Wilson, no, it's Owen. It looks like it worked.
My witness, please tell the court your name and occupation.
Oh. No. My name is Owen. I'm 5.
What? You're 5 years old, Owen?
I'm in trouble. Please don't yell at me. Oh.
So he's the 4th personality?
I'd hardly think a child like him could have motive to murder the victim. And even if he had the motive, could he have actually committed the murder?
That's a very good point. Owen does appear to be very timid and weak.
Oh!
Owen is 5. Okay.
It seems the defense was hoping this hidden personality would be the real killer. But now that he is standing before us, it is clear that none of Uendo's personalities can be the killer.
Eek! Where can I even go from here?
Shishio!
Owen! Do you know something about what happened to your master? Ah! Come on, buddy. Won't you tell Auntie Athena what happened? Come on.
But it's scary, Wadey!
I'm not scary. Look, Auntie's big smile. Tell me about your master, please. Pretty, please, with sugar on top.
Okay. Shishio was super nice. He always played with me. Just like real grandpa. I loved him.
Athena, do you sense anything behind his words?
I sense his sadness. Sadness so pure it's heartrending. But no discord, Simon. Prosecutor Samadhi is right. Owen isn't the killer. Yeah, 5-year-old.
But then, don't you find it odd?
Find what odd, Simon?
Let's review what we've learned so far. Uendo rearranged the cards to pin the blame on Bucky.
Well, that's because the original message implicated Owen. But Owen is only 5 years old and absolutely adores Mr. Tornado.
Exactly. The other 3 personalities also have no motive for murder. If Owen isn't the true culprit, then the person who first laid out the cards
probably wouldn't have been Mr. Tornado, so then who did it?
Defense? Did the appearance of Owen help you figure anything out?
Yes, Your Honor. I know now that it was that first laid out the card with 2 cards. I know who it was that laid them out first. Yeah.
What was that gibberish just now? But I thought the victim was right.
No, Your Honor. I'm changing my mind. I don't believe that was the case at all. The one who first arranged the cards on the table was none other than...
Probably the true killer.
The true killer! What, noodle number 3? Uendo's 5th personality. We're gonna go with the true killer. Whoever killed him must have arranged the cards. Then who else would it have been? Clown Girl. Or Simon could have killed him.
No, it's not Simon Blackwell.
Simon Blackwell, the true killer, sir!
No.
Sorry, Simon, you're the only one left who could have killed him. Sorry about that, dude. The true killer! I believe the person who laid the cards out is the very person who killed Typhoon Tornado.
How quickly you move on to a new target when your Owen theory proves false. You surprise fool!
How dare you call me a Pokenan? I don't even know what that is, but I know I'm definitely not one. Before you start with the sermons, why don't you hear me out?
Yes, let's hear the defense's reasoning. Please proceed, Miss Sykes.
Okay.
But if you are bluffing, I won't go easy on you because you tried to implicate a 5-year-old.
What? I understand, Your Honor. Now then, please recall the original crime scene. Who did the Karuto cards name when the scene was discovered?
Let's see. I do believe they implicated the defendant, Bucky.
That's right, but we found out that the message originally read Owen 4th.
Which implicated the young boy, Owen.
Exactly, and the person who rearranged the cards was undoubtedly Uendo.
Uendo may have kept silent, but we can be sure he already knew his master was dead. His tampering with the crime scene using the TV all but proves it.
Yeah, I confess. I tampered with the crime scene.
The reason Uendo arranged the cards and moved the TV was because he saw Owen the 4th message and was convinced Owen had committed the crime.
Right on, Prosecutor Blackwell. Exactly. It would seem that Owen and the other 3 personalities don't share the same memories.
But really, there is no 4th personality. It's just the 3 of us in here.
Sure it is.
Uendo feared that Owen had killed Master Tornado, so he tried to hide Owen from us.
Ah!
But it turns out Owen is but a 5-year-old child, incapable of hurting a fly, let alone his beloved master.
So naturally, the culprit must be somebody else. And this somebody else, the true killer, tried to pin the crime on Owen, a 5-year-old boy.
I see. That does make sense.
This is naught but conjecture, composed of half-truths and fantasy. Who, then, do you maintain murdered the victim?
I believe Owen might know something about that.
I refuse to allow such impromptu testimony from a 5-year-old, no less. Such a young child is incapable of producing anything coherent.
Objection! But...
Your desperation is disgraceful. You should realize when it is time to let go and...
I don't know who that is.
I think that's Owen.
Okay.
I don't know.
I saw it! I saw! Kidding!
Owen! Did you... You do know something, don't you?
Yeah.
My, is this true? If so, we must have Owen testify immediately. Don't you agree, prosecutor? It's all right, Owen. Go ahead and tell us what you know.
Okay. I saw it. 140. I saw it. Alright, here we go.
Grandpa was standing with a knife in his hand. Blood was dripping onto his face, getting it all red. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared, I passed out.
Oh, poor little guy. This is eyewitness testimony from the moment of the murder.
The problem is he didn't get stabbed, so now what?
Owen, can you tell us anything about what you saw? Anything else?
I was so scared. Oh, so scared.
Owen! His emotions are spiraling out of control. Something must have really frightened him.
Is she alright?
His emotions are running wild because he's trying to recall something frightening to him, Your Honor. I recommend a therapy session right away.
I see, yes. Please do whatever you can to help the poor little one.
Will do, Your Honor.
By poor, I mean he's in his 20s.
He's acting like a child, though, sir. I'd better find the cause of these out-of-control emotions pronto.
Okay, that thing does that.
Shisho was standing with a knife.
He was standing there with a knife in his hand.
Oh.
Blood was dripping onto his face, getting it all red. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared. I passed out.
Oh my gosh. Disturbing.
Okay, well these are his emotions. What should we be doing?
Well, let's see. The first one, he's sad. The second one, how does he feel when he saw the blood? May I see the emotions then? Okay, sorry. Alright, so this one he's sad. Okay, he's sad. He's sad here. He's sad here. He's got blood all over him. Sad here. He's sad. And he's sad. So he's just sad the whole time. Well, I mean, this is when something really bad happens with the blood.
There was never any blood on him.
So I think we should look at this and let's see. I guess we could probe there and see what happens.
Yeah, blood was dripping down onto his face.
What, dripping? Oh my gosh. Blood? I don't remember seeing any blood at the crime scene photos. Besides, if the victim was standing upright, how could blood drip down on his face?
As expected, all we managed to obtain from this child is a tale he dreamt up.
I guess it's a little weird for blood to drip onto the victim's face if he was standing up. Unless it dripped down from the ceiling. What do you think, Simon?
I don't know. Owen's one confused and upset kid right now, so who knows how accurate his memory is. Maybe it's time for that thing instead.
Huh? What thing, Simon?
The thing that you and your cohorts do. What do you call it? Rotate your thinking about?
Oh, you mean like turn your thinking around, Simon?
Yeah, whatever. It's time for that thing either way.
No, it isn't! Who's ever heard of rotating your thinking? I mean, rotate is, wait a minute.
What?
You know what, Simon? In this case, I think rotate just might work perfectly after all.
Come again?
All I have to do is rotate things by 90 degrees. When he said he saw his master, Owen must have been...
I have no idea.
Well, if he was lying on the floor, then his master could have been on the floor as well. And then he could have seen the blood drip on his face.
There is no blood.
Well, he's saying that there's blood, so we have to go with whatever he's saying.
Alright.
He must have been lying on the floor then. He must have been lying down, and then he would have seen everything sideways.
Alright, lying on the floor.
I don't know. I mean, he could be doing a handstand. I don't know why he would be doing a
I mean,
handstand.
that sounds ridiculous. I mean, this whole case is ridiculous, but that's even more ridiculous.
Owen must have been lying on the floor when he witnessed his master's murder, Your Honor.
What?
That's the conclusion that I've arrived at when I rotated my thinking by 90 degrees, which means all the visuals in my matrix were off by 90 degrees.
And?
And it's, that means Master Tornado was also lying on the floor, which solves another mystery, Your Honor.
And which mystery is that?
The mystery of how blood could have been dripping onto the victim's face, Your Honor. It becomes even easier to imagine how that could have happened if he was lying down.
What?
Like someone bleeding onto Master Tornado from somewhere above him.
I remember now. Somebody was sitting up on top of Shishio.
Oh my gosh. Sitting on him? Oh my gosh. So trying to recall his master's bloody killer is what spooked Owen originally. The blood that stained the victim's face red came from the person sitting on top of him. Maybe that's why they put noodles on his face to get rid of the blood from his face.
I guess. I don't know.
The victim was holding a knife, so he likely nicked his attacker as he was fighting back.
This means his assailant was injured on their face somewhere, like the forehead perhaps.
Assuming the victim and his attacker were face to face, then yes.
I see. So that is what happened. But if I recall correctly, the accused has a fresh bandage on his forehead, does he not?
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
But you know who else has something on their nose? Clown Girl.
Huh. That injury of Mr. Wet's is conclusive evidence that he committed this murder.
Why? I still think Clown Girl did it because she has a clown nose on for no reason whatsoever.
He seems to have you... it seems you've dug yourself into a pit you cannot crawl out of.
No! No, that's not true. Even though I figured out the reason for Owen's out-of-control emotions, all I did was raise further suspicion against my own client now. What do I do now?
What's the matter? You aren't thinking of throwing in the towel, are you?
But it looks so bad for Bucky, Simon. I mean, he had both motive and opportunity. Plus, he has that injury on his forehead.
Your Honor, I sense that the defense is finally ready to let go and move on.
Well, Miss Sykes, I understand that you don't want to give up on your client, but I won't allow you to prolong this trial without a good reason.
Well, that lawyer did her best, but all the signs point to her client. Maybe it's time she gave up. She tried everything she could. I really don't want to back down, but...
Silence.
Athena, are you having doubts about Bucky's innocence?
I wouldn't say that. It's just...
Do you remember what you said to Bucky earlier this morning?
I mean, you believe me, right, ma'am?
Of course I believe you, Bucky. No matter what, I believe you.
Were those empty words?
Of course not, Simon. It's just that all the cards are stacked against us and...
Are you still stuck on that line of thinking?
Ah!
Motive, opportunity, and injury to his forehead. Is that all it takes to make you stop believing in your client? Tell me again, who are you to Bucky?
I'm I'm his Miss Chickadee lawyer!
And your duty and believe in him until the very end.
I will, Simon! Simon's absolutely right. I'm Bucky's lawyer. He's depending on me!
Defense team, please. No fighting in the courtroom.
What? Oh, right. The defense is ready to resume, Your Honor, after fighting. A pep talk. Prosecutor Blackwell just was giving me a pep talk, that's all.
That man really loves his noodles.
Yeah. Thank you, prosecutor, for... He's like...
Huh, I didn't do it for your sake. I did it for the future of the wet soba.
I knew it! Yeah, I got it. The defense would like to now continue with Owen's therapy session, Your Honor.
Owen, would that be alright with you?
Okay. So somebody was sitting on top of him, bleeding from their head. And swoosh, something was put on Shishio's face.
That's funny.
What is it?
I still hear discord in Owen's voice, but I don't sense any inconsistencies between his statements and his emotions. There don't seem to be any contradictions in his testimony itself, either.
So that's it, huh?
Did you figure something out, Simon?
Your ability to sense emotions is making you focus on his feelings. Well, there's actually something he's been very vague about in his testimony. If you can clarify what he's feeling uncertain about with some evidence, you could be able to move forward from there.
Okay. That makes sense. I'll give that a try, Simon.
Good.
I'll just update the mood matrix with the new information, and then we should be ready to go. So I just need to present some evidence on what Owen is being vague about. What could it be? Shishu had blood on his face and a knife in his hand. Okay, let's see. So he had blood on his face and a knife in his hand. He was on the floor and someone was smushing something onto his face. He was on the floor. That's it. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared I passed out. So now, let's see what Owen is feeling uncertain about. It should manifest as something Owen isn't being specific about.
What's the matter? Is this too tough for you?
No! I'm thinking! Stop distracting me, Simon! I think I can guess what Owen is uncertain about. I just don't know which piece of evidence will pull the info I need to the surface. Okay.
You can't solve this with a rigid thought process. Try needing your mind as well.
Needing my mind? It's not soba, you know?
Looks like you've learned a thing or two about making soba at least.
You think? I've only been hearing about it all day today.
Well, even with a tiny bit of knowledge, you ought to be able to find your answer.
That Simon, he figured something out again, hasn't he? And what does the soba making process have to do with what Owen is unsure about? Shisho had blood on his face and a knife in his hand. And this seems to be what's vague because it's all blue, maybe.
I mean, it's possible it could be dough, or it could be a pillow.
Let's see, it's, well, this is the autopsy report. I'm just gonna look at that. Suffocation. This is the details of this. The scratch from the dressing room. The room is covered in soba flour. The room is covered in soba flour. There are 2 drink cans in the fridge. TV can be used as a monitor. Soba flour.
So they either They either use dough or they
Yeah.
use some type of like pillow to kill him, I think.
I think this is suffocation. Yeah, I think they must have used the dough, Luke, like you said. I'm gonna try this. I don't know if that's gonna work. We're presenting the crime scene report, I think it's called. Yeah, crime scene report.
And you just showed a picture.
Let's put a name onto the thing Owen's uncertain of, shall we? By identifying the murder weapon that was used to suffocate the victim. Fortunately for us, I spy the murder weapon right here in the crime scene photo.
Unfortunately for you, I spy nothing of the sort. And the police did not spy anything of the sort during their investigation either. Pray tell, where is this murder weapon you see?
Oh my gosh. Remember earlier in the court testimony, the guy who delivered the soba noodles said he always had extra noodles and dough and stuff like that to make in his room? What if they used the dough to kill him and then the murderer called the soba shop so the guy would bring in fresh dough to cover it up, like so that it wouldn't look like any dough was missing?
Okay.
I don't know.
Pray tell, where is this murder weapon you see? I see nothing.
Okay, well, I guess you don't see it because it no longer looks the way it did when it was used as a weapon. This is what the killer pressed into Master Tornado's face. Well, okay, that's the buns. It had to have been the dough.
Noodles.
I would think there would have been dough here, though.
Take that!
The mystery person that Owen saw pressed soba into the victim's face, therefore suffocating him.
I grow weary of your tasteless jokes. How could anyone commit murder with soft, delicate soba? The noodles would instantly fall apart if they were pressed into someone's face.
Yes, I agree. I eat soba quite a bit.
Well, I disagree. There is a way the soba could have been used to suffocate the victim.
What? You explain your theory at once, Miss Sykes.
To kill Master Tornado, the culprit must have smothered him with
Uncooked.
uncut. It could have been uncut dough as well. Uncooked or uncut. Balled up soba. It wasn't the soba noodles. Once they were in noodles, it would just break away from his face. I think they used the dough. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Try it.
Would you want me to try the noodles?
No, that's fine. Try this one first.
The culprit must have used the soba before it was cut into noodles, Your Honor. In other words, the murder weapon was raw soba dough.
What?
Disturbing. I really don't wish I didn't know ways that you could. I hope this isn't a real way you can kill somebody.
Of course it is.
Ugh.
Order! Order in the court! Yes, soba dough could definitely be used to suffocate someone, couldn't it?
Wow. I'm disturbed. Are you all right, Prosecutor Sadmati?
I was just letting the soul of the victim know that the accused will finally face justice, thanks to the foolish lawyer before me.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Allow me to summarize your statements. The accused was killing the victim when he was slashed in the face by the victim's knife. The weapon he used to suffocate the victim was the dough in the dressing room. He then disposed of the murder weapon by cutting the soba dough into noodles.
Ha!
Oh, wow, disturbing.
Why, you swarmy.
Afterwards, the accused put the victim's face into the bowl of soba noodles and broth to wash off the blood that had dripped onto the victim's face from his own.
Oh my gosh, this is disturbing.
And there you have it, the true sequence of events behind this foul affair.
Now, wait just a minute here! Oh, I never once said that Mr. Wet was the culprit!
But who but the accused knows how to cut dough into noodles, Defense?
I mean, Simon does.
That's a very good point, prosecutor. I heard that the cutting soba dough into uniform noodles requires considerable training. But then how about the dying message? How do you explain that? The defendant wouldn't have known about Uendo's Owen personality.
Perhaps the victim was simply playing with the cards, and they hold no other meaning. Perhaps he spelled out Owen's name in a jest sometimes before the murder.
That's true. From Owen's testimony, it's clear that Master Tornado cared for the boy. It appears we've arrived at a compelling conclusion. Taken together, all of these points paint a convincing picture of the defendant's guilt.
Hold it! Owen! Is there anything else that you can tell us? It doesn't matter how small of a detail. Anything will do. Anything!
Oh, you're scaring me!
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Owen. Auntie Athena didn't mean to raise her voice. I have to be gentler with him. I can't forget. He's only 5 years old. No need to be scared, okay, sweetie? Just tell us anything you can remember, all right?
Well, when I woke up, the person who killed was standing over me,
Oh my gosh.
bleeding from their head.
Owen, you saw the killer's face? Oh, I did it again. So, who was it, Owen? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't know who it was.
I'm picking up some noise. That means there's still something to uncover in Owen's testimony.
I don't know what Owen saw, but suffice it to say, we're analyzing the dreams of a child. You've wasted enough of our time, Defense. Let it go and move on.
No! There's still discord in Owen's heart that needs to be addressed. Therefore, I cannot give in here.
Owen, do you think that you can continue your testimony with us?
Okay.
I'll enter the new info and run an update then. And I'll continue traumatizing this child. Disturbing. Shisho had blood on his face and a knife in his hand. Updated. He was on the floor and someone was smushing dough into his face.
Okay.
Disturbing. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared I passed out. And when I woke up, the person who killed Shisho was standing over me. He has a happy mark there, which is disturbing. Why would he be happy?
Yeah, I would pinpoint.
Okay, I guess we're gonna try pinpointing that. How do I do that? Just like this? Okay, there. Now we're gonna try the happiness. Despite witnessing the culprit's terrible crime firsthand, Owen experienced a positive feeling, one of relief.
The person the witness saw was no stranger, rather it was the accused. Therefore, it's only natural that he felt some level of relief when he saw a familiar face. Defense, end this madness and sully your soul no more.
Owen, who did you see, little guy?
A nice smell. I love the smell of that perfume.
Perfume? Perfume.
Bye-bye.
It's the smell of...
You can do it, Owen. Try to remember, okay?
Oh, the smell of... Ah!
Oh my gosh. Owen! Whoops.
It seems Owen is now resting in the infirmary. They certainly have their hands full today down there. Let's continue with the trial.
Despite Owen's testimony, it is the opinion of this humble servant of the Holy Mother that the child's words were insufficient to clear the accused of suspicion.
But what about the scent of perfume that Owen mentioned? I believe it's a clue that will lead us to the true culprit.
But there are thousands of perfumes in the world.
It could never be the scent of the hair product the accused uses.
He does have one amazing hairstyle, so that's certainly possible.
There's the weird butterfly again. The witness is 5 years old. He cannot tell the difference between conventional perfumes and hair products.
Why couldn't you have gone for a crew cut or something, Bucky? Come on.
What's more, the only person who can cut soba noodles with such precision is the accused and no other.
Oh, man! How am I supposed to argue with that?
And so, the person Owen saw at the scene of the crime can only be the accused, Bucky Wet.
Hold it! Oh, somebody else. Huh?
Huh?
I'm sorry, what?
What the? Hey! I never use hair products or anything with a smell. I wore something like that, I'd smell get into the soba.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so his hair is naturally floopy like that.
Boom, check it. What's going on? Oh, he's giving people food.
Mr. What? Aren't you supposed to be resting in the infirmary?
Whatever. You drink let my soba sink of perfume? Try that chilled soba for yourself and see.
It would get on the taste of the food and it would
I believe we have no choice but to try it, strictly for examination purposes, of course. Oh, I am famished. Let's dig in!
Oh man, this is making me hungry.
That was delightful. Well, I'm satisfied that there are no traces of hair products or perfumes in Mr. Wet's soba. First sweet bean buns, and now savory soba. What a delectable trial this has been.
This texture is different from the soba I had the other day. It reminds me of a dish we had back in my country.
Banu Pan?
Banu Pan. What do you think, Miss Chickadee? My soba's pretty good, isn't it?
It's so delicious. Don't you think so, Simon?
Huh. Still pales in comparison to his late father's cuisine. Simon, why you always gotta be so hard on me?
Uh-oh.
Bailiff, take the defendant back to the infirmary at once for some rest.
Rest! I ain't a lump of plain old wetty upon dough, you know? I'm fresh like soba. You don't let soba dough rest, it's about the 3 freshes of soba. Grind, cut the fresh, boil the...
Mr. What?
Bleh.
Seriously, bailiff, you're gonna have to, get a mop? Good grief. What a defendant.
At least Bucky wasn't the source of the perfume smell. Wait, smelly perfume.
It looks like you remembered something.
I did? The phrase smelly perfume reminded me of a certain somebody.
Oh, and who might this person be?
There's only one person that comes to mind. The phrase smelly perfume reminded me of this person.
Has to be the clown girl.
Yeah, because I thought he got mad at her because of her perfume getting on the soba noodles. Alright, presenting clown girl.
Alright, 1 second. don't think this is gonna be over today.
What? The clown girl? Yes, she did smell very nice, didn't she?
Just a moment, Defense. You would throw suspicion on her because of a scent? Your Honor, there is no need to go along with those ever-changing claims of the defense.
I suppose their claims have been awfully inconsistent.
But Garrow couldn't have been at the crime scene. I mean, darn it! Garrow could have been at the crime scene, Your Honor.
Yes, but how?
You'll get to see those balloons of hers if we call her back to the witness stand.
How vulgar! His Honor is not interested in such things.
Oh, no.
Setting the matter of her big balloons aside entirely, I do believe it's appropriate to bring the young lady in for, given the circumstances.
That's what I thought, Your Honor.
This has nothing to do with her balloons, of course.
Of course, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor, for seeing it my way. Oh, no. She's got her balloon animals. Thank you for calling this disciple of the Tornado School of Rakugo back for an encore. It's me, the balloon artist you know and love, Garu Tornado. 1, 2, balloon!
What wonderful balloons. I mean, what great artistry.
Your Honor, please! Now then, what would you like me to make for you this time, Your Honor? Actually, I called you back for more testimony, ma'am. But I'm all tucked out. This case has left me completely deflated.
Somehow I doubt that.
What? You didn't find that funny? Aww. Anyway, what exactly is going on, Simon?
It seems the person who murdered the master was wearing perfume.
And you were the only person I could think of who wears perfume. I know I don't, because I'm all businesslike and stuff. Wait, you mean I'm a suspect now? Oh no. Garu, you knew about Owen, right? Well, yes, I often play with him at Shisho's request. So that means you could have left that fake dying message, right? What? Just because I wear perfume and I know Owen? Oh, you think I'm a murderer? How could you?
Witness is absolutely right. With no evidence but the distorted memories of a small child. It is outrageous of the defense to accuse this woman.
That's right. You don't even have any proof.
You may step down from the stand, Balloon Girl. The defense does not have one scrap of evidence that connects you to the crime.
Now, just wait. Just 1 minute here. I may not have proof, but Owen's testimony is still...
Enough! Please feel free to leave.
But I'm so close. There must be something that I can do here. Well, if the prosecutor says it's okay, then I guess I'll be going now.
Silence.
What?
Huh. Hoy, you're an entertainer, aren't you? Once you go on stage, it's your duty to complete your performance, is it not? So what are you doing leaving halfway through?
Ah!
She has a cut on her forehead.
There's a bandage on Garu's forehead! And since we know that Master Tornado's killer has a cut on their face somewhere...
Impossible!
How did you know that, Simon?
Huh, I didn't. I had to take a chance and see for myself. Otherwise, your theory would remain a groundless accusation.
Your Honor, Prosecutor Saad Mahdi, the scent of perfume, an injury on her forehead, these things are completely consistent with Owen's testimony. In short, the mysterious individual Owen saw in the dressing room could have been Geru.
Miss Sykes, does this mean you are formally indicting this witness for the murder of, Mr.
Typhoon Tornado, sir?
Yes, I'm sorry, distracted by the balloons.
Wow, sir! You have a wife, sir!
Just being honest.
Should the accusation prove to be false, I hope you're prepared to pay the price in full.
Simon, what price is he even talking about?
Huh. Thought that should be obvious. Prosecutor Sadmug is saying he'll see to it that you never stand in court of law again. I must say, though, he knows how to make a trial interesting.
Just whose side are you on here, Simon?
Go on, then. Into the deep end with you. You really have but one choice, anyway.
Well, Miss Sykes, I'm waiting.
With regards to the witness, Geru Tornado, the defense wishes to,
Accuse or indict.
I think we do want to indict her. I mean, she had perfume. She has a cut on her. Alright, we are going to indict her. Alright, ready, chat? Ready, everyone? There's no reason for me to hold back. Not if I really believe in my client. The defense wishes to formally indict Geru Tornado for the murder of Typhoon Tornado. Is that her dad or grandfather?
I have tried to be merciful, but now even your pleas will reach the Holy Mother's ears. You will have plenty of time to regret your decision in the pit of Hades.
Except I won't need to. The person who murdered the victim was not Mr. Wet. It was Geru Tornado! That bandage is just from a silly slip-up I made when cooking yesterday, that's all. What kind of extreme cooking were you doing to cut yourself on the forehead? Well, what can I say? That's what happened. You also don't have an alibi for the period before 4 p.m., do you, Geru? But, I really didn't know anything was wrong until Shisho was found dead. If you don't believe me, then with a twisty twist. And balloon! There you have it, an adorable little kitty. How could you suspect a cutesy widow balloon artist like me? Geru, I have been meaning to say this for a while now, but could it be that you don't have an eye for balloon art at all? Don't you think I know that? You didn't have to come out and say it. Oh, I'm the daughter of a great Rakugo artist. I never wanted to do stupid balloon art. I was supposed to be a Rakugo storyteller, too, just like my late daddy. But Shisho told me to do balloon art instead. Oh. I guess the victim thought she had no talent as a Rakugo artist either. So you're still gonna suspect a poor little thing like me? Please stop trying to skirt the issue here. It all comes down to the scent of perfume and the cut on your forehead. You and the culprit in Owen's testimony share these two traits. You're dead set on accusing me, aren't you? Well, here's what I have for naughty little girls like you, with a twisty twist. Ha! I'm a cut ya, witch! Go ahead, make me testify all you want. When the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it?
Oh my! Is this another hidden personality?
Simon, is everyone in the Tornado School like this?
How should I know?
Okay, I think this is a good stopping point.
Oh wow, why did she switch to be angry?
I don't know, but we'll continue with Clown Girl tomorrow because it's almost 7:30 now.
Okay.
It'd be here, save. Because, I mean, we're going to have to go through her entire testimony, then we'll have to cross-examine her, then she'll probably change her testimony 3 or 4 times, and then eventually she'll confess.
I mean, she's looking sus because she switched personalities. She was all, like, sweet and nice, and now she's angry.
Yeah, that's my guess. Yeah, because, I mean, that's usually what happens. You get the real killer on the stand, and then they drag it out for, like, another hour, and then you have the whatever. So
Her true colors are revealed, says Game Wing 1. Yep.
That's what I'm going with. I'm saying there's at least an hour left.
You guys got pretty far, says Brandon. Great stream, Luke and Amber. Awesome as always. Thank you, Crossfighter.
Did I save? I think I saved.
She's like Harley Quinn. Definitely OH.
Alright. Alright. We got pretty far. Yeah, we got to the Clown Girl, at least. That means more Clown Girl tomorrow, probably. So the stream got 700 views. You guys need 800, 900, 1,000 by tomorrow on Saturday to get another episode of this. So far, the only stream tomorrow that is definite is Final Fantasy is back tomorrow. And maybe Freedom Planet, but we don't know. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Freedom Planet will be starting up in about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to upload the YouTube short for 11:30 or 11ish, and then I'm going to do something. I'm going to get Freedom Planet going. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. And see you on Freedom Planet in just a little bit. Spider-Man will be the 9:45 stream or whatever. So Freedom Planet is next. In order for Freedom Planet to start, Freedom Planet needs 40 likes. It's currently at 30. So if you guys could help push that, that'd be fantastic. And I will see you guys over on Freedom Planet in just a little bit. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. God bless, happy gaming. Good luck on getting another episode of Ace Attorney. You just need 800, 900, 1,000, 300 views by tomorrow morning by 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, see you guys on Freedom Planet.
See ya!